allow you. I personally, as much as I hate to say it, because I am usually a bottom feeder most places, I actually do like the higher lines in turns 1 and 2. Turns 3 and 4, I'm usually down on that white line, but I actually kind of learned that from racing with Zach as much as I have.
Guys.
And you know, that high line gets that heavy run down the backstretch, and then the little bit smaller diameter corner, radius corner there in 3 and 4 does allow for a lot of easy passing. Well, not easy passing, but passing opportunities there to run the bottom.
Always an opportunity with that. And without further ado here, let's get to our starting grid. On the pole position tonight with a lap time of 33.027.
One more time for season 11
of Adam Benefield. Outside front row, missed it by 7/1000ths of a second. The 81 of Steve Durban. In row number 2, it'll be Brian McCann and Chuck Sweeting. Row 3, Austin Beers and Zach Millett. An uncharacteristic 6th-place start for the 31. Row 4, it'll be Brandon Mefford and Adam Pettit. Row 5, Christian Strader and Casey Bent. Starting from the 11th position, it'll be the 39 of Gavin Hinson. Carson Kloppel will roll off from the 12th spot. Evan Vecchia will be 13th. William Tyndall, 14th. Brent Butler will be in the 15th starting position, 16th belonging to Ryan Blanchard. Slate Benish back behind the wheel at number 93. He'll start in the 17th spot. Chris Harrison, 18th. 19th starter, it's Devin Aker. 20th, Dan Dixon. 21st goes to John Cofield. 22nd, Jason Nilgis. Stephen Luttrell ran that 4-wide motorsports event. We finished in the 2nd spot. He'll start 23rd tonight here at IROC. 24th, Todd Cleat. 25th starter, it's Cameron Brownlow. 26th, Josh Mears. 27th, Kyle Hardy. Kyle White, 28th. Zachary Cleat, 29th. 30th goes to TJ Majors. 31st, Craig Bristol. Bristol's actually not racing tonight. He's, I believe, our race admin. So it'll be 31st, Doug Wysocki. 32nd, Marty Lindley. Chris Wally not making the field here tonight. In fact, they may not be running at all. Wally, Lindley, and Bristol down at the bottom 3. So those drivers not participating, and Craig Bristol, our race official for tonight. Oh, you got a pick there, Gonzi?
I think the obvious pick, based on how it's gone, would be Zach, but I think I'm going to change it up a little bit here and take someone that you...
Green.
Well, if I wasn't going to pick Zach, I think it would have been Brian McCann. I'm not going to go with the easy favorite. I'll go with the 64 of Austin Beers taking the victory lane.
You guys were not catching up.
Stay low.
Race car off turn 4, heads to pit road. We're ready to get this thing underway. There it is. Green flag in the air. Quickly, we are underway in Miami. Benefield with the early lead down the back straightaway. McCann up to 2nd. 3rd place now, Durbin. Austin Sweeting to top 5. The field in 3. Zach Millett making his way forward. Gets a spot already now from Sweeting. Going up to the 5th position. 3 and 4 wide already off of turn number 4. Casey Bentz in that number 27 going around the top side already picking up some spots. He's up 2. So what's the long game here, Chris? Obviously, you've got a lot of opportunities. We talked about that a little bit in the open, but tire strategy, they got 4 sets over the wall. Fuel, 38 to 41 laps, but how do you settle in? Do you worry about just getting into a rhythm early on here? It looks like Zach Millett's not rhythm. He just wants to go to the front.
Yeah, the first part of the race, I mean, you still get to go to the track. The track temp has changed from qualifying to practice to qualifying to warm up to now. So you're just trying to get a feel for what the cars allow you to do early on. You know, this is a really high level of skill in this league. So these guys will figure that out pretty quick, and you probably won't see much downtime. You kind of see them single out there in the front just to get a feel for it. But yeah, I think once they get settled in, you'll be seeing 3, maybe even 4 wide.
Millett unable to get clear of Austin Beers. As Beers now up 2 spots from 5th into that top 3 position. Millett alongside the 81 of Steve Durbin as they traverse the back straightaway. Millett trying to set him up here in turn number 3.
car in
Talk to Zach Miller a little bit here pre-race, getting his take on things and how things were going to shake out. It's going to build tight on the right front. Dirty air is going to be huge as usual. But he said pit road entry, that's what you're going to want to watch here tonight. That could get insane. There's a lot of time that can be made up, but it's a handful.
Absolutely. Through the middle of 3 and 4, you're trying to get it woed down pretty good. You got to be mindful of where your brake bias is. Put too much rear brake, and it's easy to come around here, but you can definitely make up a lot of time, like you said.
Adam Benefield maintaining a 0.3 of a second advantage over Brian McCann as they'll put lap number 7 on the board, or lap 6 that is. Three drivers seem pretty content, but everybody behind them already jockeying for position. As we see Carson Quapple, he has made up a ton of spots on this initial laps here at Homestead. He's up to 7 from 12.
The lead did a 33.656.
Durbin still side by side here. I don't know if one's trying to stop the other or if they're just kind of content riding side by side. I would have to imagine that turbulence-wise, that's probably not the best thing if you're just going to cruise around. Oh, it does think better of it. He'll settle back in behind the 81. But here comes Quapple again now to the bottom of the racetrack, really making his way forward. Really late entry. He was driving deep into the corner. Had to check up there a little bit with Durbin and Millett both not driving it in quite as far as the 5. Quapple quick to catch on.
Inside. Still there. Stay high. There's the car on the low side. Clear low, clear low.
Austin Beers is making me nervous.
You are the leader.
Quapple goes to the bottom and makes short work of Steve Durbin. Millett up to 4th. Quapple now into the top 5. Now Zach taking a peek to the inside of Austin Beers. I don't know if this is a high percentage move here. He got alongside him on exit, but Beers is going to have to run down the straightaway.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Swaps lanes, goes to the top of the racetrack. Again, Zach Millett coming into tonight with the championship locked up. Did so last week at Pocono, and a whale of a run here on the high side. He'll scoot around the 64, take the spot, but there's trouble behind. Gavin Hinson and Casey Bent.
Caution. Sorry, caution.
Just a little contact down the back stretch. I think they got away with it relatively unscathed. Maybe some scraped up body panels, but I think that would be all. Casey Bent's also driving away from the scene. That puts us under our first caution of the night here at Homestead Miami Speedway.
Pit road is now open.
Drivers got out best case scenario in that instance. You know, nobody made contact with the wall. Didn't look like they really hit each other too hard. Just kind of got into each other enough to get sideways. You know, messing up a set of tires early is always tough.
This place is awful to pass.
The alternative
is freaking bad.
They were 3 wide here. The 29 and Christian Strader at the top of the racetrack. And they just kind of meet.
Oh, that transition.
Pounded around like the meat in the sandwich.
Pit road is closed.
Little tiny bit of contact. Some more severe contact there to the right rear of Casey Bentz. I'm sorry, of Gavin Hinson from Casey Bentz. Already some takers on pit road. Steve Durbin the first to bite. Ryan Blanchard, Chuck Sweeting, Cameron Brownlow, and others. A lot of the guys at the mid portion and on of the field here. 20th on down. Majority of them are all going to come down and pit. See if they take tires here, if it's just to try to get them off sequence in the fuel department.
Tires are probably shot, though.
You got a lot of damage?
Interestingly enough, Zach.
No, I had none, actually. I just got spun.
Somewhere.
Could have been worse, though. I was in front of the whole
Not sure what
field.
happened here to the 11, but his day starting off very
They were
poorly.
3 wide, and I got tied. I was on the bottom, hooked. It's impossible to pass. You pass somebody, you get beside them on the inside, they blow by you on the straightaway, and you drive back to their inside. It's just stupid. The way they got these cars set up is awful. You can't do anything.
Alright, man, we're going green next time by. Alright, man, line up on the inside row.
As we get to the one to go here, I have to thank the sponsors that helped put this season on this year. Fast Laps and Open Hearts, Meff's Shirt Shop, Coles County Speedway, R&R Racewear, Johnston Timbers LLC, 3 Wide with DJG, Charity Motorsports, and Care for Kids. And I believe we've got a Care for Kids special event coming up here pretty soon. I'll have to get with Chris Wally here and get the details on that. As far I've covered it once, I think, in the past, and I believe we're covering it again this year. Charity Motorsports, of course, a big part of that as well.
Get ready. Alright, man. Pace cars in.
Gavin Hinson had another problem on the track here, so we're getting ready to go back to the grid.
Green
Take a look at
flag,
that
green
here
flag.
in a moment. We'll watch this restart, see how things shake out, get an opportunity to go back to it.
Stay high. There's a car on the low side. All
They
clear,
got no
all
grip
clear.
this time around.
Restart of the afternoon.
I guess the outside ain't no good.
Benefield in charge, and a good reaction out of Brian McCann. He's going to beat Benefield to the line here.
Still there? Hold your line. Clear low, clear low.
Benefield's going to get back clear. I don't know,
Got one inside.
knowing that it could have been close, but
Still
now
there.
at
Hold your line.
Austin Beers and Zach Millett
Clear low,
battling
clear
again.
low.
Carson Quapple in the 5th spot in behind the 31. He'll make a move to the
Got
inside
one
down into
inside.
turn 3 as Beers tries to take the spot
Stay
from
high. There's a car
Brian
on the low
McCann.
side. Stay high.
Meanwhile, in the chat, got Dave Hill, Tom Janikowski, Timmy Hanley, Evil King is back.
Clear
Albert
low,
Anderson
clear low.
says, good
The
evening,
lead
fellas.
is
Welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for checking in again, Al.
34.86.
Hear from you. So, Chris, so far, Austin Beers putting on a show here. He's got some pace in the early stages here at Homestead.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with his car control and everything, he kind of put it wherever he wants to be able to make the moves, to be aggressive, and it's safe at the same time, obviously. But you know, you'll see him up here fighting up all day. You'll see him 3 wide back behind Billy with Quapple in the middle. It's like so.
Oh boy,
It's real tight.
Adam Pettit wisely backing out of it there to give room to the guys on the bottom, Cofield and Carson Quapple. Meanwhile, the 83 of Brandon Mefford, top of the racetrack. Pettit and him make a little contact out of turn number 2.
Got one inside. Still there? Hold your line.
3 here.
Is that new tire?
And Adam Benefield for
Still
pole
there?
position.
Hold your line.
And a rocket ship for a race car coming into the evening. Would it be
Clear
one?
low,
Miller
clear
was
low.
fastest in practice.
He's on the same tires we are.
These guys coming out of the same stables, generally teammates. Christian Strader now making moves towards the front as he's alongside Brian McCann for 3rd.
I think he's going to last long doing that.
Anthony Mears in the chat says, thank guys for a great season. Already looking forward to next season. Yeah, we are too. It's been a fun run so far. I'm glad it seems like it's going to continue on here in about 8 weeks. Get back behind the mic here at Track Limits for the IROC Challenge Series Season 12. But in the meantime, we're going to fill the Tuesday night slot for those 8 weeks. And give Zero-X Strategy Series some live airtime instead of putting them on tape delay for the balance of their season. All of their playoffs, including the All-Star race, will be here live on Track Limits. I think we're going to move the Golden Racing League to a live slot on Wednesday. Typically also run tape delay on Thursday evening. Raider unable to complete the pass on Brian McCann. We'll go at him again here.
Got one outside. Stay low, there's a car on the high side. Still there? Hold your line.
How frustrating is that, Chris, to know you've got pace, you can get three-quarters of the way by a guy, just can't clear of him, lap after lap after lap, continually trying to do so, just can't get it done.
Got one outside.
Yeah, it's certainly
Stay
frustrating,
low,
especially
on the high side.
stuck on the bottom there and knowing that you're
Stay low.
and just knowing
clear
that you
high,
absolutely
clear high.
cannot clear him for whatever reason. So, you know, you'll see the guys
lead
with
is
the experience,
34,
you know, like you saw previously with
outside.
Zach and Austin and Carson there.
Still there.
You know, kind of easing out of it,
You're clear
letting it
high,
kind of,
clear high.
you know, triangulate there and kind of get behind them, ride with them a little bit, and then work them in the long run, maybe even try to get to their outside. Once you get to their outside, you can get that run down the corner or down the straight, and then hopefully you can clear them pretty easily. Usually straight over the line.
Raider was able to get by McCann and now sets his sights on the second place between Austin Pierce. Had a big checkup there. Austin didn't give him a ton. But he had a lane to work with, but didn't open the door for Strader to use all that momentum. Forces him to lift. It's a good defensive strategy for 64, but Strader's not going away.
Stay low. You're clear high, clear high. All right, you're back in third.
And now back on the attack. The other part of that question, Chris, is in those situations where you think you're faster, you got clear of a guy, how much tire damage, and I don't mean ripping them apart, I mean too much heat can be built into those tires, and they're not going to cooperate now. I think that's kind of what we're seeing here with 29, is he's opened the door now to Carson Quapple.
Yeah, you know, you build up that heat, and it feels, oh, you see some other back.
Whoa, that was close. Brandon Mefford.
But, you know, you build that heat up, you know, you just don't get the grip that you want in the corner. So as you see with Strader, he's moved to the high side to kind of keep that wheel opened up a little bit, you know, try and generate a little less friction on his tires to just cool them back down just a little bit and be able to one, hold on to positions that's behind him, but two, to try and keep up and put up another fight there at the front. So you'll see him kind of move around. I'm sure a lot of these guys will move around trying to generate, you know, not generate so much heat in the tires and try and go back down after they've been running blockers.
They're able to hold off Quapple. I got to wonder if Carson's kind of in the same boat as quickly as he knifed his way through the field at the outset of this race. Now Zach Millen in a similar boat. He's falling back now, back to P7.
Got one outside. Still there. Stay low.
Now we've got an opportunity here. Gavin Hinson,
You're clear
part of that
high,
first
clear high.
caution that
Next
we
car
had
is the leader.
apparently had an issue before we went back green. Let's try to get a replay of that. Big checkup. Just locks it up, pulls it down to the painted part of the track. Something to miss on the 39. No real crash, but something not quite right.
Got one outside. Stay low.
Not
There's a
all
car
that
on the high
exciting.
side. Stay low.
Now it's exciting this battle for second place. And
Still there. Hold your line.
Rich Keeter in the chat asking what the fuel window is. It's a 70% load.
Stay low.
Should be 38 to 41 laps on a full tank if we run them all green.
low.
Austin Beers falling off just a bit as he opens the door to Brian McCann. Well, what we haven't really seen fall off is Adam Benefield. He's been in charge of this one from the drop of the green flag and maintains that distance of a half second back in this second place battle.
Stay low, there's a car on the high side. Stay low, there's a car on the high side. Stay low, there's a car on the high side. Got one outside. Stay low. Still there, hold your line. Still there, hold your line. Stay low. Stay low. Still there. Stay low. Clear high. Outside. All clear, all clear. Looks like you got some engine trouble. You've probably lost some power.
Big run from Strader.
That didn't take long.
In the inside there. What a run for the 29 of Christian Strader.
All clear, all clear.
Throw it in here.
Got one
Try
inside.
a slide job off the corner.
Stay high. Clear low, clear low. Inside.
Strader went around the outside of Brian McCann and then to the inside of Beers in one fall swoop, and Brian has fallen considerably now back to 7th.
Not sure if he got loose off the corner there on the bottom underneath Austin, and that let Strader get that run down, but it looks like he's lost some pace there.
Robbie Adams in the chat says, caught a modified race on TV the other night. Couldn't help but pull for Beers after rooting against him so many Tuesdays.
5,
Cans on pit road.
3, 2, 1. Right here. All the damage is repairable.
Still pretty early.
Looks like he's got a little bit of damage there on the right.
Yeah, front a little scuffed up there. He might have caught the wall. I don't know if there was contact with Strader.